morning, dear students. To go further with our international trade, today you will be seeing what is the distinction between domestic trade and international trade, and also the problems in international trade and its limitations too. To begin with, have a look at the distinction. So here is the distinction between domestic trade and international trade. Domestic trade, dear students, it is the trade which is done within the country, and international trade is the trade, the buying and selling of goods and services, which is done with other countries. So to just go by point, let us see trade. Just now I have explained domestic trade. The trade takes place within the country, within the boundaries of a country, whereas international trade, it takes place with other countries. The second point is currency. When we are doing domestic trade, because it is done within the country, so the currency of the country is used for the trading purpose. If we are doing trade in India, so our currency is rupees. So the rupees, the currency rupees is involved everywhere in the exchange. Whereas if we take international trade, for example, if we are trading with the US, they have the currency as dollar and ours is rupees. So here the currency is exchanged. So international trade, it is said that it involves exchange of currencies. Third point we have is restrictions. In domestic trade, it is not subject to any restrictions, whereas in international trade, it is subjected to many restrictions. Because international trade, why so many restrictions are there? Why is there hindrance in doing international trade? Because we are sending and bringing goods and services out of the country and into the country. So there have to be certain rules and regulations which are to be followed by the traders when they are doing the international trade. So restrictions in domestic trade are very less comparatively to international trade. The fourth point we have is risk. The risk involved in both the trades, domestic trade is again less when we compare to international trade, because the transportation cost and yes, risks are less in domestic trade, whereas transportation cost is also high and risk is also high in international trade. Next point we have is nature of trade. When we are talking about the nature of domestic trade, it consists of sale, transfer or exchange of goods and services within the country. Whereas in international trade, because it involves exports and imports, it is obviously it is done with other countries. So that is the nature of international trade. Sixth point we have is movement of goods. How are goods moved while doing that particular trade? Domestic trade, it depends upon the internal transport system, that is roadways and railways, whereas the goods in international trade are maximum moved through sea, that is by ships or say by ships, and sometimes they take also the help of air transport. So that is how the movement of goods is done in both the trades. Seventh point we have is specialization. So in domestic trade, it helps in deriving all the benefits that the country is specialized in, whereas in international trade, all the trading countries, they benefit the specialization of other countries. Like while explaining import trade, I said we buy the goods from China because their technology is good, and so they can produce electronic goods in a cheaper rate than us. Because they are specialized in that, we use that skill of specialization and we get products from them. So that is about specialization, dear students. Next one we have is volume of trade. So the volume of trade, it depends in domestic trade on the population size, and also the production, the volume of production, and various services, business services, banking facilities. And whereas in international trade, there are restrictions on the free entry of goods and duties. Certain taxes are to be paid, sales tax, let's say custom tax, and dock duties are to be cleared, and so many other kinds of taxes. Yes. So the ninth point we have is suitable. Suitability, if we are talking about in domestic trade, it facilitates movement of goods from the point of production to the areas where they are consumed, where the demand for that product is available. And in international trade, it facilitates countries to specialize in the production of goods for which they have maximum relative advantage. So all the countries, obviously a business itself means making profit, so every country will try to earn more, and that is how what they do is they will pick up the products or the services which will give them the maximum advantage. So that is what is about suitability. And so these were the different kinds of distinction, children, between domestic trade and international trade. There are chances that you may get this question for 5 marks or 10 marks, quite important. So that was about it. Talking about the limitations of international trade, first and foremost we have is economic interdependence. Because of international trade, the economic interdependence between the country is raising, that is country depending upon other country or countries for fulfilling their requirements. So what happens, it creates crisis at the time of war period or wartime. So that was about interdependence. And also because of international trade, certain sectors in the economy are being neglected, and it gives way to unhealthy competition and rivalry among countries. And also the unrestricted imports, they give a very bad effect on the developing nations industrialization. And also the right specialization of few industries because of their comparative cost is giving rise to the problems. So these were the limitations of international trade. If you are talking about the problems which arise in international trade, first and foremost problem would be currency. Because we are trading with other countries, we need to be ready with the currency of the other country as well, and that is a big problem actually. And the next problem would be legal requirements fulfillment. That is, every country, they have got their own rules and regulations, and because these are exports and imports, obviously the rules and regulations are not going to be easy. So fulfilling them is again a big problem, and this affects the import and export of the countries of various nations. Next problem the countries face is the credit problem. Because there is no contact between the exporters and importers, the exporters have to, sometimes at the time of credit, they have to believe, they have to trust, they have to rely upon the credit worthiness of the import countries. And the next problem which is faced in international trade is risks. Greater risks are involved here, because till the goods reach to their destination, there is no guarantee whether they will reach or not. The reason could be anything, it could be natural calamity or any other reason as such. And another problem will be the time gap. Here time gap in international trade is more. Once the goods are dispatched, till they arrive, the time limit, because it is even they are coming out of the boundaries of the country and they are reaching some other country, obviously it's going to take time. So that is again one of the biggest problems that is faced in international businesses, time gap. So dear students, you have learned today about what is the difference between domestic trade and international trade. You have seen the limitations and you have seen the problems. Any doubts, just get them clarified with me. Thank you.